What's up, guys? Welcome back to the episode of Nothing But Football. This is part 2. We are back discussing football like we like to. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. What other options are there? Ring the notification bell. I see that's the new one. That's the new lingo that they use.
You know?
Yeah. But I think we were touching on the games of the week, of game week 4. So we're just gonna wrap up now. We ended off with the Leicester versus Manchester City game. Check that out in part 1. This is part 2, if you're still confused. Now we're touching on the Chelsea versus Aston Villa game. That was obviously at Stamford Bridge, and that game ended 3-0 with a brace from Lukaku and another goal from Kovacic. Obviously, no reply from Villa. Let me ask you, Uncle Lucas, feelings on that game. How do you feel about that game?
I feel good from a Chelsea perspective. They're impressing me a bit more.
Yeah.
Again, like I said last week in the Liverpool game, they went down to 10 men and just kept it solid. Obviously, they lost something in attack. This game again, they were solid. Romelu Lukaku's looking. He's set up for this team. So I liked it. I liked it from a Chelsea perspective. I think Lukaku again, Mason Mount. I can't say I've ever watched that boy have a bad game. But Kai Havertz looking decent. I like Chelsea.
Let me turn it to you, Uncle Curtis, because I think you did call it, saying that Lukaku against small teams, this is what he'll do.
Yeah, it is that, man. Scored against Arsenal. No more top 4 club.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored against Arsenal and Aston Villa basically only.
Yeah.
Has he got a third goal?
No.
Has he played 2?
So this would be his
debut against
game.
Arsenal. How many goals has he got?
Yeah.
Debut against Arsenal, a goal. Then the game against Liverpool. Then this game.
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't score against Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's not going to score against the top 4 this season.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, those games you want to win 1-0. So
but
okay.
even when you're speaking, because Aston Villa, you expect to win more than 1-2. I'd expect a brace against Aston Villa.
Especially with Martinez being out.
Okay. And it's one of those things I'm going to be very critical of him there, but it's not against him because I think he's a good striker. I just think maybe he's better suited for a league like Italy or better suited for a team like Inter. Now, because watching Lukaku last season at Inter, when I say he was the pulse of everything that was good at Inter, it's not an understatement. That man, even if he didn't score, had maybe 2 or 3 good chances a game. He would put players up on a tee and stuff like that. I didn't watch that game, so I can't be too critical. I'm going to actually sit down and watch him against, let's say, a top 10 team to see what he does. Now, got a chance, scored the goal now. But last season, when he was playing at Inter against a team of the same caliber as Aston Villa in Serie A, he would have got a brace or a hat-trick. All right? So, he's going to score goals because it's Lukaku. But is it going to be the same Lukaku that we saw at Everton or the Lukaku that we saw at United?
Nothing.
And then take it from there. And yes, the team is built for him, but I don't think Chelsea are going to be a high-scoring team this season, if I'm being honest.
I think he will be the high-scoring person in Chelsea.
But he's not going to score against top half opposition, basically what I'm saying. So that also takes it to a certain point.
Okay,
He'll be the top scorer. In fact, he doesn't have much to do to outscore them. Top scorer was 6 goals last season.
Okay. So to him personally, you're saying it as a drawback, as in he won't score against the top 6. I don't see that as such a bad thing because get your goals against the bottom 6. That's where you want to get all the 3 points so that when you play the top 6, you can take a draw. So I think he'll still be good for them. You don't want to need to win games against the top 6.
But what I'm trying to get at is, if Chelsea's last top goal scorer was 6 goals with the team with Renner last season, I don't think Lukaku will be amongst the top goal scorers in the Premier League. I honestly don't think. I don't think he'll hit the same heights as he hit at Inter Milan. I don't think he'll be top 3. I think he'll just do enough to get 20 goals.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think
last season 20 goals would have been top 3.
Yeah, but
I think.
But I think this season other players will score more.
Okay.
I think they'll be hitting 25 plus.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I say I have to watch him a couple more games. I have to see how he plays against the other thing, because if he's not going to bag hat tricks like he did for Everton against other lower half opposition, he's only scoring 1 or 2. Then it's a system that I don't think necessarily suits him the way it suited him at Inter. Back to goal, he doesn't have a second striker at.
Werner.
Is Werner been playing? So that's why I say
Werner started this game with him.
No.
Or did he come off the bench?
It was him and Havertz.
So he doesn't. So he doesn't have Lutuno Martinez next to him, and that could be a drawback to his game. Maybe he is the type of striker that does need a second striker with him. That's what gets the best out of him. Because we're not saying that he's not gonna score, but what's gonna get the best out of Lukaku?
Yeah. I think if Lukaku can face the goal, it's devastating.
Devastating, but I still believe he needs that second striker with him to open up space for him and stuff like that, to draw players away from him as he runs because they're worried about a pass.
Yeah.
But I'm just spitballing here, man, making things up as I go along.
Now, look at this Chelsea side is deadly. I mean, I look at this team and he's made a lot of chops and changes. I think this was Thiago Silva's first game back, if my memory serves me correct. You bring back Chalobah, who had one game in the beginning and then was benched. Callum Hudson-Odoi started playing the position of right wing back. He had a great game.
Talk about rotation,
yes. Hakim Ziyech, who didn't make many features, just came in and kind of slotted in. Who else? Saul just had a start, even though his game wasn't great, but he's he's fitting in the game. So you look at this Chelsea side and you think to yourself, wow, like this is a powerful side.
But that's why I say we have to look at the way they play. Because it's a lot of good names, nah? I expect them to be winning 5-0. If with those type of names.
So based off the names alone, what do you mean you have to watch them play?
The way, you can have a bunch of great players, nah? But they just don't gel as a team.
Do you think Chelsea don't gel as a team? Because defending is part of the game. And Chelsea's very good at defending.
Yeah, it's part of the game now, but this is me personal preference.
Okay.
Nah? You can be good at defending all you want, dog. If I'm gonna sit there and wait for 1 goal in 90 minutes, I'm not gonna consider you one of my top teams.
Fair enough.
That's why as much as I hate Man City and the way they play is not exciting, I can never discount them because they'll win 1-0 there, they'll win 1, but then 2 games in a row, they hit 5-0. Hit 5-0 against Norwich, hit 5-0 against, what you call this thing? Arsenal. Right? Can Chelsea do that? Have they done that under Tuchel? They only did that under Lampard.
That would be like a 5-4.
See, you know what I'm saying? But not 5-0, but a 5-4. But under Lampard, it was a bit more free attacking, was what.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, I need a couple more games with Lukaku in that team.
Okay.
I need to see how he plays once the first round of fixtures against all top 4 teams from last season, not including Arsenal, has completed. I want to see his goal ratio there, his involvement in the game and stuff like that. Not even just goals, just the chances he had in that game.
Okay.
And I'll see if it's a different player in the Premier League this time around.
Scary part about this game is Aston Villa had more shots than Chelsea. Even on target, more than Chelsea. So Chelsea was just clinical.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
A win's a win, man.
Yeah, no, a win is a win, but that's what I'm saying. That's the scary part. But yeah, I didn't expect much from Aston Villa this week, losing Martinez. The goalkeeper, I've never even heard of him. His name is Steer.
That game could have been different if Martinez wasn't gone. Could have ended 0-0. Because he seems to be very good for, even though every other interview talks about Arsenal. I didn't want to go there in the first place, but my family said we should go. It's a good chance. I'm tired of that guy's interviews, man. Every other week, Martinez is talking about how Arsenal let him down.
They did so badly.
Why?
You all sent him on 18 different loans.
My nigga, he couldn't even break the Reading first team in the championship.
In all fairness, I do. Maybe
if when we gave him a chance, he let 7 goals in against Reading in the Carling Cup.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying? He was given chances. he conceded 5 goals.
Fair enough.
We send you on loan, you can't even take over the first team
You
spot.
know the
there.
funny part is, I don't think. Well, I wouldn't have wanted him to take that chance, anyways. But if he had just played his cards right, and he would have probably gotten a decent amount of games this season. It would have been like,
It wouldn't have been more than he got at Aston Villa.
No, I agree with you. That's why I said it worked out for him perfectly.
Yeah.
But maybe in the long run, we need to see what happens. If Villa keeps going up on the trajectory that they're supposed to, then we can look back and say everything went well. But we must also remember, he was playing with a player who's worth 100 million. Now he's gone. This team is now trying to find their feet.
But for me, was he not your guy leading up to the FA Cup win?
He was, but Leno was still number 1. He just came back from injury.
Sure. No, but that's what I'm saying. So we're talking about him taking his chance, except the time he took his chance.
No. But what they told him is, we can't guarantee you, but fight for your spot.
Yeah, after 8 years of you telling me that and picking somebody else ahead of you, I must listen to
There's
you
a
in year
German.
9.
There's a German international.
This is German international.
This is German international.
Yeah, so I know you're going to pick that guy ahead of me.
know-
I'm out.
No. He came and asked. He's like, dude, I must get more games than this guy.
There was no guarantee.
and then
Arteta
they
said, I
said-
can't guarantee
Yes.
Yeah.
that. He said whoever trains better, whoever plays better.
great as he
plays.
played, I cannot guarantee you game time.
Yeah.
The same
It's
thing
like
that-
Henderson coming
same
to
thing
De
that
Gea
you
now.
guys-
Yeah,
yes.
Joe, De Gea or me.
Yeah.
It's the
If
same
Henderson
thing
left,
that-
would you blame him? I think it's short-sighted and it's stupid.
I don't think that happens after 8 years. Or
But again,
however
Lucas,
many
it's
years.
8 years, nah? But it's 8 years on loan.
Exactly.
Where you were terrible. You were never the first choice keeper. You did not deserve to be anywhere Arsenal's near first team.
So I'm saying you now get to a stage where you're saying, Brent, nigga, the guy that comes through the door in 3 weeks has taken his spot. Not even 3 weeks, 2 weeks. You signed that guy on deadline day. 2 weeks, lost his spot.
Okay, but what you
So
see,
what I'm saying is, you're starting to have a look where you're saying, this guy might not be the one. You've just won a trophy with that guy.
Lucas, nah, but
Give
nobody.
him another loan deal or something.
Lucas, but he said, I want out. Not a
Yeah.
loan deal. He said, he
Yes.
came to them and
Yeah.
said, I want out.
It's
Nah,
either
and
this
case
or
in point,
I'm saying it's bad business.
in case in point, now you said 3 weeks in, now. If he stayed last season, who's to say he wouldn't have taken
He could have.
space?
He could have.
Like Ramsdale has come 3 weeks in now because Leno has been terrible.
He could have. I'm just saying it's bad business.
Why?
I'm saying you have a decent player, a decent rotation option. You sell him.
You see,
And then-
how can he be bad business if he doesn't want to play?
To tell you the truth.
If he says, I don't want to stay if I'm
They
not
didn't
first
decide
choice
to
keeper.
hold him hostage because they're like, dude, you've been a great servant.
Yeah.
You've listened when we said, go for loan and go improve your skills. And you learned a lot of things.
Yeah, and he definitely
Yes.
gets the benefit from
No,
it.
that's why I
so,
said
So I'm
yes.
I'm not fighting that side of the camp that hard. I'm just sort of saying. Obviously, we got on the chat of Aston Villa. He's a decent keeper. But yeah, I don't know.
He talks too much, man. I'm not. A keeper who talks that much, doesn't listen to rules. That nigga was banned. He was not supposed to go to Brazil. What kind of guy lies and says, I haven't been to Brazil, to England in 14 days when your last international was televised 3 days ago? And you're going to try and lie on visa forms. Nah, I wasn't in England. Come on.
Fair enough.
Man, but it's his path. Let his story happen.
But either way, I
Good
say
for
that
him.
game could have been different if he wasn't goal.
But yes, but you must also listen. The one thing I want to say before we wrap up, you must also understand that most of the times when they have these press conferences, if the only thing that he has to offer is how it's different now than it was at Arsenal, then that's all they're going to ask him. They're going to keep asking him those questions. It would be big of him to just say, listen, guys, I left Arsenal
2 years ago now.
season ago. Yes, I left it about a season ago. Don't ask me. It would be big of him. But that's the only questions they can ask him.
Yeah. But you're also saying it could have been different if you played. So what?
No, I'm just saying. No, but we're talking hypotheticals here.
Why are we talking hypotheticals?
It's a long season, dog. Like, unless we're going to say we know Chelsea is going to win the league, we're looking at different scenarios that Chelsea could go through.
Sure.
If we're going to say Chelsea are going to continue winning every game like they did 2-0, because one injury changes a whole team. We see that with every team. If who's this? Let's start at Liverpool. Liverpool lost Van Dijk. That team started looking different already.
Yeah.
United loses
Maguire.
Maguire. Fuck. Arsenal lost Partey. First 2 games of the season,
Yeah.
we were lost. Nah? Chelsea lose. I think Chelsea might be the most thing because Chelsea is not that. They got a bunch of great individual players now, right? But like as I said, the top goal scorer was 6 goals last season.
Yeah.
So
if Chelsea lost Jorginho, they'd see some flames.
Yeah, you see, but what I'm trying to get, Chelsea seems more like a complete team of, I don't want to say average players, but very good internationals that give. I can't find the word. We have to carry a new English word for this. But when I find the word, I'll tell you guys. Where it's just it's adequate. They're going to do what they need to do.
They're good role players.
Yeah, good role players. It's like
as in like they're not going to go.
They're not going to do Ronaldo things.
Go to international level and dribble the whole team and score.
Yeah.
They just do their role well.
They do their role.
Well, apart from Lukaku. Lukaku
it's the new age stars of international stars at Burnley level, where you're just good at your role. It's just that they're at a higher level than Burnley players.
Yeah. Not fair. I think we spent too much time on that game. But let's move on to the other Sunday fixture. That was Leeds United versus Liverpool. Now Leeds lost that game 3-0 to Liverpool. That was Salah, Fabinho, and Sadio Mane. And obviously the red card that we're talking about in part 1. Like, share, comment, subscribe. By Pascal Strake. Uncle Curtis, let me start with you. That Liverpool game, how did you feel? What does this say about Liverpool?
Salah clinical with his third goal for them, but I saw him miss a couple of chances. I think he's still trying too hard, but he's still scoring.
Mane, you mean?
Mane, sorry. Salah scored the first goal, always scoring as he does. Joined the 100 club.
Jeez, I won't lie, actually, Mane was everywhere. I remember they were even saying at some point he'd missed like clear chances. He was supposed to be a hat-trick.
Yeah, because I remember Salah joined the 100 club. I think he's got 100 goals in 162 games.
Yeah.
Only betted by Henry, Harry Kane, Alan Shearer. I forget the 4th player.
Yeah. Of players that took less games to get to 100 goals.
Less games to 100 goals. Only betted in terms of that goal ratio. Continues at this rate. You know, that's the thing now. Salah will finish on a high amount of goals. But to me, he won't even be in my top 5 strikers in the Premier League ever. And it's a funny thing. It's because I think that system just suits him.
Yeah.
Like, compared to like what Lucas said earlier on, where the team wasn't set up for an individual in the past.
He peaked at the right time.
Yeah, he peaked at the right time, picked up the right injury, but like he's not my top 10 Premier League players ever.
If that guy was at Chelsea, we'd be having different conversations right now. Not necessarily that. If he had, because he was at Chelsea for a bit, but he didn't start that many games.
Yeah.
Fortunately for him, for the sake of this record.
Yeah, he's a clinical finisher. Joe Salah's great at everything that he does at Liverpool.
Because he was bought out of spite, and that's why that Chelsea move never worked out. It was the time when I think Basel played against Chelsea, and
he
Basel
showed them
owned them. And then Mourinho was like the same thing with Minamino, where they're like, nah, I have to get this guy.
bring that guy.
I want this guy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
So I get it. So yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it's Salah, man. Like he's gonna score, but he's like Man City. That man doesn't excite me. He doesn't, and I don't know what to say to that. But we are well done to Liverpool.
Yeah, fair point. Uncle Logosa.
Good result. Good result away from home against the Leeds team who run all day. Mane again, like you say, I think I did say quite a bit last season that I think Mane is the one whose level dropped the most.
Yeah.
His level's not back to what we're used to, but hopefully over time that happens. Salah, I mean, it's 100 goals in 160 games in the Premier League, so hats off to him. Hats off to him. That's a phenomenal record. If there's only 4 players that did that faster than you.
And when you even look at the players, it's Alan Shearer, it's Thierry Henry, it's who's the other player? Who's the other great player? There was a Man United player there, maybe I forget. I forget.
I don't know, but
it's Kun Aguero, Man City.
Oh, yeah,
those are the only players that do better than you.
Those are big names. Those are big names. So shout out to him. From a Liverpool's perspective, I think Liverpool was just starting to maybe believe in Harvey Elliott. So it's a sad one to see that injury. He was holding the ball well and moving the ball well in advanced areas from a midfield position.
I feel so bad for them, bro.
Yeah.
But this is like a gamble that a manager takes with a young player, because everything was going all right, and then everyone is kind of having that conversation now.
But you know what I like about that? It shows that Klopp knows when to put that player in. Because I remember last season they were ranting and raving about the Liverpool youngsters, when they were playing in the Carling Cup. And I looked at the games, I'm like, cool, but they're not quite Premier League ready. And then Harvey is going to get a couple of games this season, just like Curtis Jones got a couple of games last season.
Yeah.
And then now Curtis Jones dropped a bit, but you have another player. It's finding the balance.
Yeah, it's giving a chance. Yeah.
Giving the chance, finding the balance, saying, hey, yo, you lacking here, we need you to concentrate on this. Henderson will retire in a couple of seasons. This guy will retire in a couple of... Like, Ronaldo is gone, so these guys are going to get more opportunities. Yeah. And he's putting them in at the right times, because from what I saw, Elliott was playing well. For that Liverpool system, playing well.
Yeah. And it's good that he gives the youngsters a chance. I think Trent is under him, right? Debut to stardom.
Yeah, Trent is under him. A couple of players are under him.
Curtis Jones.
Robertson was the second choice right back when he joined. And then to Moreno.
No, they signed Robertson from Hull. Was it not a
It's not a Liverpool youngster, but what I'm trying to say about Klopp,
it's not a Klopp signing, I'm saying.
I think it is a Klopp signing. But he was the second choice right back because Moreno was the first choice. And then says like, nah, I'm going with Robertson, and look what Robertson has gone on to do.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even look back and think about fond memories of Mourinho. It's like, well, we made the right choice.
Yeah, you can't.
The one thing that I actually, when I look at this side and, Mane in particular, is I think Mane is really missing Firmino.
Yeah.
I really think he's missing Firmino. I'd actually like to see the stats of, from an assist point of view, who assisted Mane the most in this Liverpool side. And I don't know why, but I feel like it would be Firmino.
Even if it's not Firmino, it's just the space that he creates for
Mane.
Yeah. And I think, look, they always say there's no issue, Mane and Salah, right? But Mane used to play the ball to Salah.
Yes.
You don't see that much
anymore.
anymore.
Now he's just saying, bruh, you do you, I do me.
Yeah.
And right now it's not working out for Mane.
Yeah. So that man also, from the looks of it, also needs to humble himself a little bit. Salah is a finisher. Mane is the better of the players. He creates the game. He gives a tempo, whatever. Just get back to playing for the win. But I want to see more link up between Salah and Mane. I think we saw it gave them Champions Leagues and shit like that.
No, it did. It did. But yeah, I think you might be right. I think Firmino is the only thing for me that can bring a little bit of balance in that side. Because right now, Jota, I don't know, he's in his own world. Yeah. He doesn't look like he's a feeder. He looks like he's a...
Good player, though. Good player, though. I think still needs to adjust to that level.
Yes, good player.
Yeah.
I feel for me, he's always been an impact sub. Keep him in that role, and he'll do wonders for Liverpool. Yeah.
But yeah, good for them.
I'm not going to really touch on the final game of the match week 4. It's Everton winning 3-1 against Burnley. I think I'll touch on one thing. Basically, a lot was said about Rafael Benitez, and him taking over Everton. They felt as though this was going to be a step down for Everton, and I look at it. Well, I guess last season Ancelotti kind of did the same thing, like he did something similar. I think Ancelotti was around here as well after 4 games. But we look at this, and what do you take from Everton?
I think it's an experienced manager who obviously comes in, keeps it simple, but there is some good things to simplicity too. So I think that man comes in 4-4-2, wingers put the ball in the box, strikers get the first touch, other people play off the second balls. it is the Premier League at the end of the day. He knows how to work this league. So
And I think that's how you should build a team. You start off with simple things. Then once you see which players you want to keep because you like the attributes, then you can say, okay, I'll add this player because you'll bring this to this. I'll add this player because... But when you try and start complicated systems like Arteta, Jesus.
and this is with James somewhere in a different country.
Yeah.
What is he, Bash? I don't even know who they're playing next week.
I think he might regret those comments because he might have done well under
He could
Benitez.
have. He could have, yeah.
I think he would have. I think he would have.
I think he still will.
No, but
They'll have to bite their losses. Who's going to pay for him?
Actually, contract.
Depending on what wages he's at. I'm sure he must have taken a cut from the Madrid days.
But it's probably higher than anyone else in the team.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. So I think you're right. But I hope for his
The top earner.
I hope for his sake, I hope he does realize that he's the one who's going to have to bend the knee first. Everton has had a lot of great players. I actually thought about it as time was
Does
going.
Fenerbahce have a gap in their roster? Because they always end up in Turkey, Joe.
Yeah.
Once it goes wrong, you go to Turkey, Joe.
Because I was looking, because I remember I was watching the international break, and I was watching Netherlands play, and there's this other guy, Claessens. He's like a blonde-haired guy.
Davy Claessens,
Davy Claessens.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, where do I know this guy from? I'm like, this guy used to play for Everton. And then I start to think about all these names. That Nikola Vlasic, who just signed for Everton player. Everton have a neck. Moise Kean, playing well international break. Everton player. Everton have a knack for signing those type of guys. But they will discard you if you do rubbish.
Oh, quick fast.
They will lose money. And it's okay for them. I've noticed that.
So those billionaires are okay, dog. Don't disrespect the city of Liverpool and Everton.
No, exactly. Yeah, but I
With
think
that Merseyside, whatever, whatever.
Merseyside derby.
No, not Merseyside derby, whatever that English they speak over there.
Oh, sure.
How you know how Steven Gerrard speaks.
I think that wraps up the Premier League games, the match week 4 games. So I think there's only one thing we can move on to, and that's the Champions League. It's finally back.
I feel like you're disrespecting our podcast page, dog.
What?
NBA Fantasy League, just because we're catching hands as a group.
I don't even.
We're giving them a chance. There's 30 something weeks to go. Have fun, Virgil.
Let me actually look at that.
I was about to not think because it wasn't a good week for me and my personal team. I just didn't take the podcast page.
No, let me actually touch on that. Yeah, man. As usual,
55 points. Oh, not that bad.
yeah, we didn't do that badly. Let me actually.
Oh, okay. Our bench did well, and Mings got 0. Oh, that man cost us. While we have White on the bench.
Nah, I think he just got hands. But I'll just look at our leagues. Yeah, man. I think league at there's been some shifts. Virgil Scholes is now number 1. And then guys have dropped.
Yeah, I shouldn't have invited Virgil. So. No, I'm playing.
I see
playing.
Sadiq has now dropped, who was our former number 1. I don't know what happened there.
Hey, but it's hot in that league. Yo, it's hot.
Yeah. But our official page, let me see. Where's Lucas? Lucas is number 14. And then I think I'm following somewhere on like 29.
I'm there on 33.
Yeah, you're on 33, Uncle Curtis. And our pages are a good 45 out of 50.
Yeah,
I'm beating Terry. That's all that matters.
You know, we wanted to let you guys feel comfortable. And as long as we end ahead of Terry, we're good.
That bitch.
And the Nothing But Football podcast page. Terry, it's coming for you, dog.
Yes.
It's coming for you. You number 38, it's 45. Dog.
We must actually chow that guy. But yeah, man, if you guys aren't participating on the page, I mean, there's a healthy competition here. If there's a place you want to measure your skills, there's some serious guys out there. They're chowing us.
If you feel like you can knock Virgil off his perch.
And we're sitting at 53 people now. Another person should have joined. Should be on 54 soon. But it's doing well, man. Nothing But Football no more at the bottom.
I feel as though we should have.
Who's ever was in demand, dog. You need to get your team up, dog. He chose Lukaku. Nice. Got him 26 points this weekend.
No, I'm just thinking.
But left Townsend on his bench and missed out on 12 points.
There should have been an invitational group, dog. So but actually this is good, man. Cut these guys who get these crazy points. Can you delete people out? Report offensive name. No KFC. I'm reporting this guy. That's offensive.
Tapo Twala, we're reporting you too as well. But I think he used the wild card.
But he still got high points. But yeah, man. But please do join our league. The link is in the description. Be sure to check it out. You know, you're gonna meet some good competition here, man. But yeah, I think let us get back to the Champions League. I actually did.
I'll tell you.
I actually did want to ask you questions. Obviously, from a point of Champions League, I'm not going to spend much time on the reviews, as in like looking at the teams and who I think is going to win or whatnot. I'm going to ask important questions to you, Uncle Curtis. Who is your surrogate team?
My surrogate team? Dog, I don't watch football.
No, I'm saying, you know,
dog, you know what I say? I don't watch football. You know what I did Saturday? Right? Woke up, got this fresh cut. Had to look sexy for the ladies. Came back home, took a nice bath. Rubber dubbed. Right? Then I went to Sobe, did my manicure. Then I'm like, let me go do a facial. Then I'm like, let me drink a bit with a couple of other people that I know. Then I came to join you guys when you were watching that piss poor team Arsenal. And what was I doing when you were there? I was down in the Jamie. And then that was my day. Sunday, woke up, didn't watch football again.
All right.
So you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, there's no surrogate teams. If it's Arsenal FC or nothing.
No, not necessarily like a team that you're gonna adopt. I'm just saying a team that you look at and you know.
Arteta has broken my love for football.
So you just
his team was Leeds, the second team.
Yeah, but Arteta broke my love for. I don't watch football anymore. I just have good, insightful opinions because I'm psychic. Arsenal is winning against Tottenham in a week or two. Bam.
Nah, fair. Man, I'll look at it from here and just, you know, if I'm being a footballer, the teams that I'd actually like to see go somewhere, I'd like to see Barcelona do something this season. You know, to prove to themselves. Even though I've been hearing a lot of comments from Ronald Koeman, that bastard. Actually, no, I take it back. I don't want Barcelona anyway.
So give me my underdog team if I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I want Inter to do well because they lost Lukaku. I want them to still stay on top. Everton. For Everton for Benitez, just for Benitez.
Everton is where? Or for Europa?
They're fourth. I want Everton to do well
in the league. Everton, he wants Everton to do well in the league.
Oh, you're talking about the league?
Yeah, he's talking like he's
just football teams in general. I want Everton to do well. Yeah. I want them to finish above Liverpool.
Okay.
So that
highly unlikely.
You never know. And then Leicester as well to do well because they're going 2 for 2.
A Rock would catch AIDS before that happens.
But it's Benitez though.
A Rock would catch AIDS.
They level on points though. They level on points. Wait, there's been 4 Premier League games.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's
no. I'm worried about my team. It's been 4. We only got 3 points. Oh man, we've been catching hands.
But they did say that this is Arsenal reborn, as they say. We're saying it's Arsenal reborn. Yeah. But yeah, let me get back to the Barca thing.
And PSG to do well as well.
Yes. For me, I don't actually want Barca to do well because Ronald Koeman is a bitch.
Who doesn't respect players?
With the Mtiti thing, where they wanted Mtiti to leave Barcelona on like an honor system. Mtiti's like, nah. Because, you know, they offered him that big salary package when he was still hot in Lyon. And now they wanted him to leave. So...
And you guys still say Willian's an asshole.
No.
Willian Best. Okay, I'm out. Take the money.
No, listen.
But go on about the Barca
thing. He was an asshole during the season. I respect him now.
No, he didn't perform well, but he best. I don't need the money, okay, or whatever. Sharp. Cancel the contract.
Fine, he's a gentleman.
He's saying, no, screw you guys. Pay me. You pay me.
No, he's a gentleman, nah. He was a terrible football for Arsenal football club.
Sure. I'm saying that at least deserves hats off.
I'll give him hats off.
To tell you the truth, for Mtiti...
He was only there for a year, though. If he decided to stick to that salary, I'll be upset.
To tell you the truth, for Mtiti, that one is a little bit harsh because Mtiti was never favoured in that Barcelona squad. even though there were times when he played and he had meh games.
Yeah.
But there were worse off players. It was more of a team contribution. So
Racism,
Ronald Koeman keeps doing this thing where he sends him to warm up, and he warms up in front of the Barcelona supporters, and they keep booing him all the time. So he kind of wants to force him to leave.
You gotta get the message through somehow.
And now that Ronald Koeman is doing well with Barcelona, he's telling them this wouldn't have been possible without me. As a
it's not him. It's not him. It's just
it's
a matter
not
of luck and circumstances.
It's the players.
Not even the players. I think it's just a matter of luck and circumstances. Madrid losing key players, not being able to get their tracks.
Madrid's doing well, but I'm just saying, like, Barcelona is also doing very well. Barcelona has always had great players. Barcelona just did that thing that you were talking about with Portugal, where you were saying they're trying to get the ball to one man. Now it doesn't matter if you Braithwaite, you can just take a shot and see what happens. Yes. But yeah, actually,
another episode of Nothing But Football Podcast where Chris was right yet again.
I scratch Barcelona. I don't want them. Atletico, I like them. Always the poor man's club. The
poor man's club. That club has been fleecing teams, dog.
Hey, bro, they don't have cash.
What do you mean don't have cash?
They don't have a historically. Dude,
do you know they sold Griezmann for how much to Barca?
But that's what I'm saying.
And then bought him back at half the price, if not less. On loan.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't.
It's my boy.
Their financial sense is great.
How much did they buy your Felix for?
But that's
that nigga's got your believing lies, dog. That club has got your. They bought your Felix crazy price.
But in that
there's a couple other players that they bought at crazy prices. We're not going to put it in the context of the league. Atletico have spent money on players, man. They've spent, and they're getting money from players. They bought Diego Costa back from Chelsea at a crazy price.
They bought him for like 40.
Yes, and they sold him for 40, bought him for 40.
Yeah. That wasn't that bad, but I'm just saying.
They also have a new stadium.
Bro, they have
a new stadium too.
They were given that stadium.
Were they given it?
It's an Olympic stadium.
Metropolitan.
It's like the national stadium.
Well, what we're not going to do is pretend that Atletico is the broke boys of Europe. They're not.
They're not the broke. They're not. They're the
compared to Madrid and
they're
Barcelona.
the working class. They're the working class.
They're not working class either.
Of La Liga.
They're not working of La Liga. No. There's other teams. Getafe is the working class of La Liga.
No.
Not when you're buying João Felix for 100 million plus,
bro.
dog.
João
Felix.
Getafe is like...
Dog, how much was João Felix, dog?
He's the most expensive teenager in the world. Or something.
They bought... No, let me check.
It was gang money. It was 100 and something million.
Let me check this Atletico Madrid record signings.
But anyways, things are dry. Let me go back to my thing. So it's Atletico. I agree with you. Inter, I want. AC Milan, I also do want. It's been a while since they've been in Champions League. PSG, I don't really care, to tell you the truth.
Potion, I'm going to need you to take that back, dog.
What?
Atletico spends crazy money.
Over the last couple of years?
Yeah.
No, but please, can we... No.
Must I read you the transfer fees?
Brad, you realize this is only because as of late.
No, must I read you the transfer fees?
Yes, and I bet you all of them are within the last 4 years.
Okay.
You forget
João Felix, 127 million.
Of course.
Nah. Thomas Lemar, 72 million. Diego Costa, 60 million. Griezmann, 54 million. That's more spending than 90% of...
Hold on. Is that euros or pounds?
Euros.
That's euros.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds like euros.
Yeah, but it's going to be like 10 million less.
You must understand that the João Felix and the Lamar, which are the most recent ones, is from all the years of buying strikers that no one knows and selling them at crazy prices.
Yeah.
No one knew Aguero. Falcao was a... Okay, Falcao was a big, yes, Falcao was a big signing. I'll say that.
Where did they sign Falcao from?
Porto.
Forlan,
falling at Man United. They signed him. Diego Costa, an unknown. Dude, they probably bought that guy for like...
The cheapest player is Kun Aguero at 21 million euros. These guys are not broke boys, dog.
But can you please look at those signings? I bet you how many... I don't know how many signings
in context, man, they're only behind Madrid and Barca in spending.
Dude, but
the third best spending team in Europe, in Spain.
You do understand that that's just like that's it.
Hey, Joe,
And-
we can't take the government spending money of Madrid and Barca.
But that's what I'm saying.
No.
They're working class.
They're not working class, dog.
They are.
Hey, dog, that's the rich billionaire that doesn't have government tender money.
Nah, dog. These guys
That's
are
all it is. That's all it is.
But these guys are working class, dog.
They're not working class,
dog.
dog.
Simeone has fought to get them where they
Okay,
are.
to put it into context, you'll say Seville has had a better history than
Why
Atletico
would we say that?
in general before they started winning league titles.
Before who started winning titles?
Atletico. Okay, are we going to say that traditionally Atletico are the third biggest team in Spain?
Traditionally, it would have been Valencia, probably.
Okay, let's look at Valencia spending over here. Valencia record
Oh,
transfers.
Valencia had a billionaire owner who beated them.
I want to see something, man.
And also remember, Valencia will not blow money on a striker. Valencia spends money like all round.
Valencia used to spend money.
My boy,
Probably the last 10 years or something. Not
Valencia's record signing is 40 million euros.
Who's that?
Not Parejo.
Gonçalo Guedes, left
Oh.
winger.
Guedes, yeah.
Guedes.
The Portuguese guy.
And that fee was in which year over here? Yeah, 18-19. During the time Atletico's been spending more money. Atletico, they're not working class. Valencia's working class.
What was the point of the chat, though?
He was saying
he was saying Atletico's broke boys.
You're not
No.
broke boys, but he's saying they're working class, and I'm like, nah, not with the money. They're not.
But I'm talking about
Atletico Madrid is in the capital city of Spain.
Yes.
And they're the third highest spending club in Spain. Nah, my boy.
But
Choose
look at
another
who,
club.
No, look at who they're competing against.
Potion, don't forget government spend. Forget, I do not compete with ANC comrades at parties thinking we earn the same. Forget the government spending, boys.
Bruh, you're gonna now
Not compete with the NC
now because the
Conference.
guy's gone and made a
Countries.
nice little business, you're gonna take away from his roots.
A nice little business. This man is a billionaire.
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly?
he built
Are
from
you
the ground
defending
up.
billionaires now, Potion?
I'm not defending billionaires, but Atletico is where they're at because of how financially sound they've been.
Financially sound? No, those guys have got rich owners.
Dude, they've made I think they've made what? Probably 3. I think the first time I ever heard of Atletico spending big bucks was Antoine Griezmann. That was the first time. And how long has Antoine Griezmann been there for?
Okay, let me put it in relation to this. Now, it's the first time that you heard it, nah? But they still spend more than the other clubs.
Bruh, I think the
They
Valencia...
still spend more than Valencia, who've got more league titles.
No.
They still spend more than a couple of the clubs who most probably do have more league titles.
you're not
Valencia is the third most successful team in Spain.
But the reason why Valencia spending has gone down as of late is because their performances have been horrible.
Potion.
Who's to blame?
Potion. What I'm saying, look at these transfers. I'm saying that these guys have been spending money since Kun Aguero.
Yeah, dog, but 20 million is not a lot. Even in that day, that's not a lot.
It's half.
It's not a lot.
Potion, we'll talk this offline because you're talking cack here.
It's not a lot.
You're talking cack.
20 million is not a lot.
Potion, we'll take this offline.
For Aguero,
For Kun Aguero,
which they probably would have signed
Aguero,
as a
who's
21-year-old.
Who's unknown.
he wasn't unknown back then. He was a hot prospect as a kid. He was doing well in in his age group and in the Olympics.
Hey, that man made his professional debut at 15
Exactly. But that's what I'm telling you. He's
in wherever it's from, Argentina or whatever.
Okay, sure.
But
When was Atletico not successful?
probably
ever
before
since Simeone's been there, Simeone's been doing a good job.
Okay, let's look at this transfer. 07-08. They spent 20 million on a winger.
Who?
Atletico.
Who's this player?
I don't even know the guys. 07-08. Let's compare.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that even for that time, those
Yeah.
are not big amounts.
Okay, at least top 2 aside.
These guys were spending more than flipping Valencia in 07-08.
Valencia, you know what? Valencia were already going down by then.
When does Benitez win the league and what? It's before he joins Liverpool.
Before he joins
and
Liverpool.
he wins 2005.
That's like
or something.
2000s,
Okay.
early 2000s. Dude, Valencia after, what's his name left? After Benitez left, just went on a nosedive.
Yeah.
They started all their big players that won in that era. They sold. They sold the David Villa. They sold I think it was David Silva also from there. If memory serves me correct.
Yes.
He was from there. Mata was also from there.
Mata's there, yeah. Maybe not David Silva.
David Villa was there.
I think Silva was from there.
David Villa was there. Yeah.
So
let me check.
But what I'm trying to
I'm
get
gonna
at,
check
Coach,
Silva.
But anyway, back to the point was second teams or just those teams that you like to look out for.
Let me
yeah,
talk.
screw Atletico.
my surrogate teams. It's sorted.
Yeah.
Milan, Inter Milan, screw Barca, Atletico. I'll take them. So I have 3 teams that I'll actually be kind of paying attention to
In the Champions League.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones that I'll, if they're playing, I'll be curious to see.
Yeah.
Obviously, your typical teams, the Bayern, the Madrids, the ones that catch your eye. But I don't care about Madrid. I actually hope Madrid doesn't win. I hope they don't get another trophy. Another Champions League trophy.
What did they do? Bosses because of the MTT ring?
Nah, Madrid is because of their supporters. They know who they are. I don't want to see them happy. They know who they are. The people around my circle, they don't deserve another.
One day we actually need to have that chat now.
Yes.
There's some clubs we hate just because the people around us made us hate them.
Yes. United,
Yeah.
I want you guys to, succeed in the group stages. I want Ronaldo to collect his goals. Keep that goal.
You don't want us to go win Europa League.
I don't want you to. I want you to stay in Champions League, but maybe get knocked out later.
Okay.
But I'll leave it there. Obviously, with you, let me switch it over to you. Any teams that you're looking at?
With me, generally, my second teams tend to be teams that are giving youth a chance, or the football is just good. So I like Dortmund. Obviously, from that perspective, I want to see the player Jude Bellingham turns out to be, actually.
Of course.
Because they retired his jersey at Birmingham.
Yeah, that's a big
He
statement.
moved clubs at 17 and they retired his jersey. So, to me, I need to see what this player turns out to be. You know what I mean? He's black. You lean forward like you're about to give me cake.
No, I just saw something that made me more upset. But let's finish this.
Yeah, so probably just Dortmund for me in the league. In the league, my second team used to be Spurs, but that's from Martignol days when the football used to be good. Ever since then, but yeah, I'll just pick Dortmund.
Are we gonna do finishing comments so this man can watch his Man United game?
Yeah, fair. It's actually about to start.
Young boys.
I think last thing to wrap up with, we should keep an eye out for this. Apparently, Madrid now has got their government money. They're saying they're going to sign Haaland and Mbappe next season. So we'll talk more about that next week and see if this is true or if this is another, financial stupidity from another Spanish team.
And besides all the jokes I cracked about the comrades, if you need any tenders that need fulfilling, I'm available.
Yeah, man. But I think we can just leave it from there. Didn't want to really look at any fixtures in depth. I just wanted us to get, the Champions League fever.
Ocean, before you end it, man, I'm going to put it this way.
Yeah.
In 1998-99 season, Valencia's record signing was £1 million. Atletico's was 900,000 pounds. Those niggas have never.
In 1998?
Yes. Those boys have been rich.
Ooh.
Atletico. They spent £100,000 less
Then
than Valencia at their peak. Those guys have had money. They've had money. I'm not saying they haven't been run wild for a long time, but they've had money.
No, I would actually say right now what you need to do is probably look at, I wouldn't even say net spending. I'd say look at total transfers, because I think
They've bought more players than Valencia.
On that year.
Not in general.
But still, that's an arbitrary thing to.
They spent more money. They've had.
Obviously, they've
had a total of 150 transfers that are record.
But I'm just saying,
and
Valencia.
maybe we could be wrong. They could be the third.
Valencia has
the whole time.
Valencia has a great academy. Atletico does not.
But they do.
No, they don't.
Torres.
Who?
Atletico.
Fernando Torres.
Yes, Atletico.
One player.
They got Aguero young. There's a couple other strikers that come out of there that are brilliant.
But
They're
I'm
the
just-
keeper there as well. Atletico's academy is actually okay. I don't want to say better, but they've had bigger stars come out of there.
But I wouldn't say
If you take Torres aside, I can't name another.
there's no one else.
I swear there was more from
Academy wise, no one else. Okay. I'd even
Valencia academy players.
De Gea is probably the only academy guy that I can actually
De
think
Gea.
You see,
De
that's
Gea,
two.
yeah.
But now let's go to Valencia.
of. David Villa.
I don't think it was an academy.
Hold on. I'm going to look. Silva. Where's Silva from?
Wait. Yeah, Silva might be from there. I think David Villa might be. No, he's not Sociedad. Griezmann is Sociedad.
Just check, guys, because
Yeah.
this guy.
The Silva started from thing.
Valencia.
From Valencia.
Yeah. Juan Mata's Real Madrid. So, you okay? Where's David Villa? No,
I'm gonna
David
check.
Villa Zaragoza or something. He might actually come up through the leagues.
David Villa is the one that
They
I'd
signed
be.
him to Zaragoza.
But you see,
Yes. So he.
okay, yeah, we take. Okay, I might take it back. Best to come through Valencia's famous academy. It is David Silva, Isco, Raul Abual.
Raul Albiol, yeah.
Yeah, those are the top three
Okay.
Valencia academy players. Okay.
I'm very curious about Atletico.
Yeah, De Gea, Torres.
I think we'll make that the topic we round up with.
Where was Busquets? Not Busquets.
Manu de Morela, Saul Nigres, Raul
Saul.
Perez, Ruben Perez, Mau Suarez. Okay, let me just look at this thing for former academy players. Raul, I don't know which Raul is that.
I would actually. Look,
Koke, Fernando Torres.
you've named 3 guys.
They better players than Valencia's players.
No, but you've literally named 3 guys.
Must I continue going? Like Saul, the guy who's coming up, okay, but he's good now.
Saul's gone.
Yeah.
And Saul, we can't really hold him to the standards of the David Silvas.
Fair enough, I agree with you there. I agree with you
Because
there.
Saul is great.
Just while he looks at that, Valencia, we said David Silva. Who
tell you
were the
now.
others there? We said Raul Albiol and we said Isco.
Yes.
Right? Those are 3 top players. You can flip a coin about Raul Albiol, but Isco's proper.
Albiol in his days was a good player. Didn't
Yeah.
he win with Liverpool?
No.
No.
that,
Raul
Abu
Albiol
Dhabi?
he's got Champions Leagues at Madrid.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
He's got
I'm thinking of
Champions Leagues
someone
at
else.
Madrid, yeah.
Abaloa.
Arbeloa, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but hey Joe, is this Raul the Madrid striker?
Nah, he's from Madrid's
He's
academy.
Madrid born.
Madrid.
Born and raised.
Nah, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raul, Madrid striker.
Okay, then it depends on what ages they sign him
Yes.
because he makes his pro debut at Madrid.
Yeah. Let me just tell you now.
But anyway,
1992.
we don't know his
They
age.
signed him in 1992.
Yes.
That tops any player that comes out of.
But come on, he's barely.
But he comes from the academy. We didn't say first team. Comes from the academy.
I'd have to make
So
a
it's
list.
Raul, Torres.
I'd have to make a list.
Koke, Saul, yeah.
I'd have to make a list then.
Potion will make that list, but I'm not arguing with you anymore. Dog.
No.
They have Raul. Madrid, Real Madrid's greatest ever striker.
No, I feel like you holding the
Striker. Is Ronaldo a striker?
But you holding the piece of paper.
But
You're probably not
still
telling me all the
there's
names.
R9.
Potion, but I'm talking about, like I told you.
There's still R9.
They still are, but those are the most famous to come out the academy.
I'll have a look at that.
Go look at that.
I'll go check
Atletico have never been broke boys, dog.
because I feel like you're hiding some names there.
From Valencia, dog. Valencia, they were great, but not that great. The greatest thing is Benitez. When he won the title against all odds.
I'll leave it there. But yeah, guys,
2 seasons.
thank you very much for joining us this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll be back as usual next week. Catch us same time, same place. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can actually get, get word of the episodes as they come out, bro. Don't fall
yeah.
behind.
Oh, wait.
Be the first in line.
It's lit.
Yeah, man. But I'll let you guys sign out.
Peace out. Just like to say I was right about the Atletico's Madrid Academy being the
I don't
best.
think you will.
I was right.
I'm gonna have to do
I was
research.
right. I was right, dog. Go do the research.
Yes, I'm gonna.
And then you'll come back next week and say, sorry, Chris, you were right.
No, I
You
don't
were
think
right.
so.
Because Madrid only produces great players like Etu, dog. They were about brilliant African.
I'm
They
gonna
weren't.
check.
They bounced him, but yeah.
I'm gonna look.
Dog. Fight me, dog.
I don't
I'll
believe you.
I'll pass over to Lucas.
Madrid, Atletico just got the rejects from Madrid. It's very nice.
What do you mean? They gave Madrid bought their best players, though, with government money. That's why they're not up there.
No, they bought money from Valencia.
Who? Valencia? Who?
No, but that's what I'm telling you, that Valencia would obviously be players headhunted. Like you just said, they headhunted Raul.
Yeah, Madrid from Atletico.
Atletico don't have good academy signings.
They do, dog. It's Torres and Raul.
Just two guys, bro.
It's two guys, but it's two of the greatest players ever.
I'll have to check, Chris. I don't believe you.
Go check, dog.
Yes.
Right, go check, dog. Let's go.
Logos, sign off.
Oh, wait. When I say speaky Ricky, you say ooh wee.
Alright, but yes, guys. Thanks, guys, for watching the episode. Good night, good morning, whatever, man. You can choose. Cheers.
Away.